So we'll just continue here. Stepping back from the grid, going camping, right? This is all stuff just to make it easier. And then I have like, a DVD player, but it's not really about those technologies. But what I do is I go out into nature with these technologies. We have a camera right here that's not connected to the cell phone system. Most people don't do that anymore. Most people are addicted to 5G and they don't admit it. So the whole thing is about going into nature and then unplugging and connecting with that spiritual force. All right, yeah, so forest bathing without a cell phone, but we also forget, right? So I did forget the other night to turn the phone off, and it was on, not on airplane mode, and I definitely felt that my nervous system was drained. I highly recommend getting in the water, getting the feet in the water if it's not too cold, finding a place in the water to basically sit in the water. What I'm going to do is try to stay up here as long as possible, right, without going to town. The mosquitoes are already beginning their attack. I'm actually going to literally be counting the minutes and hours that I can be up here without going to town for anything. Of the rock people, of the never-ending story. The rock people. These rocks used to be so good. Now, they're racist. All right. So, I've been here most of the day. And people come and go. We actually have some jazz music playing, made in Portland, Oregon. Just like yours truly. So sensitivity to energy is up. And then others are sensitive to me. But I'm trying to come down, if you will, from the intensity of my lifetime. Yeah, so when it comes to Crestone, you're getting further away from EMF. Radiation. From phones working. The phones don't work at a lot of spots here. They do. In some. So you could call 911. But I'm talking about the value of just getting away from the technology in general and screen addiction in general to really recover brainwave or brain-wise, cognitively. It takes time, and it's from a number of different things, right? So there's the radio frequency, but also the screen itself. You got to remind people that we're a package. They want me, they got to accept you. They want you, they got to accept me. Every time I hit record, an angel gets its wings. No, I'm just kidding. That would be nice though, huh? Maybe. No, actually, every time I hit record, somebody takes off. Okay, it's me and my cat, and we're gonna survive the summer of 2026.
Okay. Well,
we're listening to Chris Mulligan using modern technologies.
Good thoughts is always a good thing. And
so we've got the MP3 option on the DVD player.
And meditation to be good things.
Free energy, charges with that charges from the car, charges from the sun, charges from a plug-in.
I find good friends to be good things.
What do you think about the talk?
Family to be good things.
So I thought that I would, because I'm not feeling great right now, I would center on this.
Chris, what's your favorite
talk?
form of information?
I've listened to a lot of podcasts in nature, as well as made
books.
them.
Yeah. I like books.
I'm writing and I'm reading.
The
only thing I need to go to town for is water when it comes time for that.
Then you read them in books too.
So I see the cat allowing certain people to get close. And it's just like I thought. Spiritual women. Okay? Or hippie women. The cat will allow them to get close. That's pretty cool. But normally my cat doesn't let anybody get close. So that's a good sign. But I don't want it getting too close to the wrong people. But yeah, that's pretty cool. People don't see a cat every day. And people are always talking about, the risks. Yeah, but there's also a risk in over-sheltered humans and pets. While I was in the the crate all those years, you know, the energy wasn't good for me or the cat. And so I wonder if it knows what I'm saying. You know, it sure seems like it sometimes. The dogs certainly seem very psychic, Arfus. And the dog and the cat would play. Yeah. All right. It says Moonlight Overlook. Moonlight Way, Cameo, Baca Grande. Okay. A lot of solar symbols. Well, we're low on battery power, so I'm going to have to charge this back up and probably buy a new battery for the camera. But batteries come and go, but supernatural energies can influence batteries. This is the stupa of enlightenment. When a great being passes away, his body is no more, but to indicate that his mind is dwelling forever in an unchanging way in the Dharmakaya, will erect a stupa as a symbol of the mind of the Buddhas. All right, here we go. No, man, that's not how it sounds. Again, again, from the top. No, man, close, but I have the internal dialogue. And I'll just say that I was doing it, or I was listening to the Tibetan masters in my mind do it, and I was doing this thing with my hands, and these people came and sat down next to me. Because my heart was putting out that frequency, you know, of the Buddhist didgeridoo, or whatever. You know, and then these things, man. Not everybody that has these things lives by these ideals, but I've had these in places, and I do believe that it had like a mystical type of an impact on the reality. So when I was in Costilla County for the first time in the yurt, these blessings, affirmations, these were being hung by the ceiling. So it was a very spiritual experience without electricity, and that's what led to the development of my first book. But it took years for her to come into my life to help me. We can do this again, folks. Okay, I want to thank you for being here. I'm here in the spiritual center of the San Luis Valley. And I'm here taking my time before I go back to Salida to soak in the spiritual energies and to clear as much as possible. And welcome to your self-mastery. It's just, nature is nature. It's life feeding on life. And the way that they tend to dominate these regions. So this is why we're up here. For these walks on the trail that remind me of the gorge in Oregon. The decision to flee came suddenly, but it's really more about like moving on. I feel like I'm hungry. Oh, we're having fun now, dude. All we got to do is make it 26 miles before I run out of gas. There's no gas station for 26 miles. There's no gas station for 26 miles. But anyway, 31 miles from now is Salida, and there's a McDonald's where I'll recharge and hydrate. This is Villa Grove. They have a coffee shop and a little restaurant. That's about it. I'd like to roll down the window, but it's like I don't want the cat to jump out. So yeah, that's it right here. And then you have whatever this is. I'm gonna keep going. You have several dispensaries that I haven't been in yet. Right now I'm going to keep going. Poncho Springs is 22 miles, and that's where we are on gas. Okay, it's pretty close to E. And so we're gonna march through and try not to keep doing it like this. And I've done things like this when I was real young too. Poncho Springs, and the cat's still with me. What a great day! What a great day! We made it back. Yeah, Poncho Springs is just a few minutes outside of Salida,